with a ridged valley to one side.
But that looks like the valley running around here. This is the lowest point, isn't it?
The head of the valley offers a commanding view across the terrain, which is enclosed by light forest on 3 sides. The high ground offers a distinct battle advantage.
So you've got several different ways where the armies could come in, but only maybe 1 or 2 main areas where they could actually fight.
Now, what do you think of the deforestation here, being the gardener?
I think if they want to have one large battle, they will want to see where we're coming in, and then they will get their troops hit hard, but they will hold something back.
I don't think they're that sophisticated.
Do you think so?
No, but
it's easy to think of the Britons as being mere barbarians, as people with paint on their faces and no idea of discipline. These were quite sophisticated cultures, very used to war.
Absolutely.
But we're in heavy armour, which means we need to fight mainly more on the flats.
Gary's first suggestion is to abandon the advantage of the high ground. It's a daring move, and Joe is not convinced.
If they're all just manic and they're just going to do their own thing and they're all individual fighters, they could all be coming from all different directions, out the trees, they'd just be everywhere.
They can be hiding
They're
here.
just going to go for manpower. We need sophistication of strategy.
Coming all around us, do we?
Sophistication of strategy. That's what we're going to need from you guys. And really, before you can do anything else, you're going to have to find out where your troops are.
You can see that valley. It's like a cup, a wooded cup. And at the bottom of the cup, on the high ground, the Romans can be protected from the superior numbers of the Iceni.
The numbers are against them, but the Roman army have the advantage of the high ground. Will their generals use it well?
Are we in that dip now there then?
Yeah.
In the mid.
And it looks like they're over the other.
And they're over in the.
Yeah. So there's Watling Street in the distance at the mid-ground.
Yeah, so we're actually on the other side, the skinnier side.
This is the other.
The team, in control of the Roman army, can now take a 360-degree tour of the battlefield.
Now, why not use the information you've got on the screen to plot where your troops are on the map?
But Joe's grasp of geography seems a little shaky. It's not a great start.
Sorry, Joe, where do you think you are?
We're on this side.
Okay, Joe thinks you're on the other side of the road.
Yeah.
This is a bad start.
Spies in.
Use your blocks to correlate with the position on the screen.
Right.
And in a few moments, as soon as they've got the hang of it, your lieutenants will shout out.
Zooming in to see actually what they are.
The Roman sources tell us that there were about 10,000 in the Roman army. And they had 1 legion entire, parts of another legion, and they had the Batavians along with them. They had archers and light forces, but it really was a force rushed across country. It was not a complete Roman force. But the Romans' doctrine for dealing with civil insurrection was...
Hit it hard, hit it immediately.
That's it.
Right. We've got our cavalry.
Cavalry are back here.
What information are you getting, lieutenants? You've got to tell your generals.
Oh.
So light are faster, but the heavy artillery are the ones who form the tortoise.
Are those the ones that can do the tortoise?
Yes.
The lieutenants have spotted a key Roman skill. But will that information get back to their generals?
What are you getting from your lieutenants now? What are they telling you?
Nothing
at all.
Nothing at present, I think, but they're getting the detailing. So if we can get this
once we've got our bit plotted, we can then get together, can't we?
Yeah.
I can't see what they're holding.
They're archers, yes, so we need the archers at the front.
Are you sure we didn't have any of those on the other side?
No, we didn't.
Okay, I'll go with
Sure.
In fact, Gary's wrong. The team have another whole unit of archers at the top of the hill.
Can we lift up then, go into the group behind? We have the cavalry right at the back.
And these are not Roman legionary cavalry.
They're auxiliaries.
These are auxiliaries. They are competent when you cut them out on their own. They're Germans, German cavalry working for the Romans.
And the Roman auxiliary had these horn saddles, and they're really quite nifty. You can really sit into them. You can really lean out and reach down at cavalry. I mean, they're and you can sit in and give really strong impact charges with them.
So they're quite strong against infantry.
Oh, very much so.
So we've got some more archers just behind the horsemen.
Lieutenants, is your work done? Are you going to tell us anything? No. Tell your generals what you found out.
We've got the light archers at the front, and everyone's pretty ready and eager to go at doing things.
Okay.
Have we got more archers? Are there archers at the back?
There's other archers as well.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll just keep them.
Yeah, so we've got archers Legionary cohorts, they got daggers and shields.
Yeah, they're the ones right at the front.
Yeah.
The legionary cohorts, we have 2 blocks.
Okay.
And the heavy infantry, we have 2 blocks. And then we have 9 units of generals.
9 units
of generals at the front.
Generals at the front. All right, general fighters, all right.
No, generals.
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 Do you know specifically enough to tell us what sort of numbers we're talking about in all of these?
It's probably more important you have an idea of what they can do and what kind of weaponry they have, and make sure this map represents accurately what's on there, because when the battle starts, you're going to need to know exactly where everyone is. Would you like to know a little more about some of
Yeah, we need to know more, don't we, on each of the weapons?
Well, I can give you some information about some of them. Have a look first at the Roman legionaries. Have a look at this. What does that tell you?
Roman legionaries, well-trained and experienced, vulnerable on the flanks, armed with javelin and sword. Testudo formation defends against missile attack.
They can do the tortoise
thing.
Yeah.
They're older.
But do you think that's going to be a major thing? Because the Boadicea's lot, they like one-on-one fighting, just sort of all running in and going for it.
Is it a problem they're older?
We could use that to move in.
Yeah, you could get in the middle and then spread out. You could kind of do an explosion.
Well, yeah, I think if you actually send them in groups in this Testudo, that will protect their flanks, as long as we have some archers close by.
They're getting very hung up on this idea of being able to use the Testudo. I think it's because it's something they've heard of. But in effect, the Testudo was essentially something to be used in siege warfare.
That's right. If you needed to approach close to a wall,
exactly.
then
you need a shield wall with a roof.
That's right.
But it's not going to be hugely useful in a battle.
They will not need a Testudo out there today.
Could archers travel in the middle of them?
I don't see why not. They could be protected by them.
That's the legionaries. Have a look now at the auxiliary cavalry. Battle season, that'll be a help.
They're old.
There's nothing wrong with being old, Paul. You lied about your age.
Auxiliary heavy cavalry, disciplined but few in number, armed with spear and sword, best used aggressively.
They wouldn't be bad, actually, because if you think about it, the people who are going to be attacking, they do it one-on-one. So they're on a horse, they've got an advantage of height.
But it actually says
that can still be vulnerable to that.
It actually says, that they're poor against infantry.
Oh, I couldn't see that.
They've quite accurately just picked up the fact that the horses are vulnerable. The thing about cavalry is the horse is not armoured, and they're making a fair fist at analysing what the capabilities of the individual troops.
The question is, what will they do with it?
Yeah,
so you know all about your own troops now?
Well, that's 2 lots.
We've got the archers.
Those are the key troops. I'm not going to lead you by the hand through all of them. I've given you lots of information. You know where they are. Do you think this map represents where your forces are?
You've been close down there. Are you happy with that? Do you think this is
Where are the generals
as you understood it?
Don't listen to Jo. She thought you were on the other side of the road.
To be honest, I thought we were on the other side of the road.
OK.
Yeah.
Half the team have got you in the wrong place. What about the boys?
No.
Ciao.
Yeah.
Quite happy with that.
OK. We know where you are. What about where the enemy is? Would you like a little closer look?
Yes, please.
Please.
OK. Paul, go down to our technician on the right. Well, as soon as you find something out, shout up to the generals.
OK, we're sending scouts out.
Now, as soon as you get any information about the enemy, you should be plotting them on the map using the enemy blocks.
Right. They're right in the middle.
See?
Right in the middle of the trees. The clearing in the trees.
It is that side.
The team must use their time well. They only have one chance to find out exactly what they're facing. But will they spot Boudica's secret weapon, her nimble cavalry and chariots?
Now, why don't you set out the enemy troops here?
Yeah.
They're in 2 main units, one to one side of the trees, one behind the trees.
Are you listening? Your lieutenant's telling you important information.
What was that, Paul?
Look at the scar.
They're in 2 main units, one to the left of trees, one right behind the trees.
We need to get some of these down, yeah. They're right now.
The team are struggling to grasp just how many Iceni they face.
Right across the back.
This map should represent what you see on the screen.
Yeah.
Boudica's forces comprise chariots, berserkers, axemen, warriors, and substantial cavalry. They are all fierce and effective. But have the generals even noticed?
I'm getting a sense you're disorganized. Is that how it feels?
No, what we actually need, can you go straight forward up the middle, towards that first long line, drop down
We're looking
towards
at the other
those.
side.